Our thoughts and prayers go out to the families of all those affected by the tragic helicopter crash in which 9 beautiful souls perished, including Lakers legend Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna. His love for basketball taught us passion. His love for competition taught his opponents to love competing against him. His love for excellence gave us a mantra to live by, Mamba mentality. His love for being an artist and a storyteller gave him a blank canvas and a blank page, an open mic to succeed in everything that he set out to do. His love for hard work taught us that obstacles are meant to be conquered. And as Kobe said in his last tweet, we look to always, quote, move the game forward, and we will try to honor that here at NBA 2K. Coming up on NBA 2K TV, the dust has settled and we have our My Team finalists. We take you behind the scenes of the tournament, plus Bear to Beast and NBA 2K League news. And it's time for your top assists of the month.
Welcome to this week's episode of NBA 2K TV.
First up, we have our My Team Unlimited finalists.
Yes, and after last Saturday's tournament, we now know who the 2 players are who are going to be competing for that $250,000 prize.
That's going to be nice for one of those players. But before we meet them, let's take a look at a recap of how it all went down. The My Team Unlimited tournament lived up to the hype, as 32 players battled it out in hopes of winning a trip to All-Star Weekend and a chance at $250,000. And it didn't take long to get exciting. In an early matchup, we saw It's Clayway blow a 13-point fourth quarter lead, but secured the win with a block in the final seconds. Back to the action, Jinsanity took care of business. I was lucky enough to be watching all the action in the 2K War Room with my team producer, Robbie. So let's take a look at the bracket as it currently stands, Robbie. How is the first round going down?
Well, I've seen a lot of three-pointers so far, just like the real NBA, but some returning favorites are making a little bit of noise already. We got Oh Yeah, I Compete, took a 19-point victory, and the big matchup I'm looking forward to is him and then Skip to Malou. If Skip can get past his first round matchup.
Skip to Malou, all eyes on him, defending champion, $250,000 in his pocket, but he's back for more. What do you expect to see out of Skip to Malou?
He's going to have a target on his back, so we're going to have to see how he reacts to being the guy.
Robbie, any surprises here?
Jomar, we featured his lineup on 2K TV. He's been doing really well. I'd love to see a defensive team really get in and make some noise towards the final.
Is there anything in Jomar's lineup that stands out to you?
Yeah, I mean, he has the Jimmy Butler card that has clamps. If you got a card that has clamps, you're going to be able to really mess up some people's offensive flow. Keeping them from driving to the basket, forcing contested jumpers is a big deal in the mode.
Well, defense wins championships. Let's see how that defense holds up for $250,000 in this tournament. As the first round played out, we saw the experienced players shine brightest, with 3 NBA 2K League players advancing, including Yeah I Compete, who would end up on a collision course with last year's champion, Skip to Malou. Skip, this is Chris from 2K TV.
Yo.
How you doing? How you feeling after that big first round win?
I'm feeling good. I struggled a little bit in the beginning with him, but I know him. He a cool guy. He mad at me right now because I beat him, but he'll get over it.
Now all the eyes are on you being the defending champion in this tournament from last year. Did you have any nerves coming in the second year, or you feel like you're just playing your game?
It's always going to be those nerves because you're playing for $250,000, so, and especially with me being the defending champ, like, I can't drop the ball, so.
Your next matchup is going to be a big one. Yeah, I Compete. You know, he's a really tough opponent. He's a professional 2K League player. What are you doing in preparation for this next big matchup?
I got to watch the first 3 quarters of Compete game, and I know he just scouted my game, so we both kind of know what each other's gonna do. That's my boy, so I definitely want to bring it home.
Which cards do you feel like are really standing out for you in terms of your lineups in this My Team lineup?
Kawhi Leonard that just came out yesterday is my most important piece because he carries my defense.
Just load manage him and you might have another 250 on your way, my man.
Yeah, just a little longer.
There you go. Well, thank you for joining us on 2K TV. Best of luck in your next matchup, and the whole world's watching.
All right, thanks for calling. Hello?
Hey, it's Chris from 2K TV.
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on, man?
How you feeling after that first round win?
Man, it's all good. You know, like last year, making it all the way to the finals, I was in the skip, and then seeing that me and Skip could potentially play in the second round, you know, come out there and you want to put your best foot forward. So I went out there, got a good win. Now I'm ready to skip.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned Skip to my Lou. I know the whole world is looking forward to this second round matchup with the defending champion. How are you feeling in terms of scouting your opponent for this next matchup?
I watched his game versus Tasia, and I see what he do. He likes to attack a lot of different mismatches. It's really about playing chess, you know, because we have an equal team. Like, we have all the cards, we put in all the work. So now it's just about who can out-scheme for 4 quarters, and I'm confident that I can do that.
Awesome. Well, best of luck in that game. We're all watching here, and I know the whole world is looking forward to this matchup.
Absolutely. Thanks, LD.
In the second round, we saw more success from the pros as Jomar 12PR took care of business in a 73-51 win over Mr. Hollywood. Clayway versus Jomar, 2 defensive teams. How do you think this one's going to play out?
Defense is the big thing, and adjustments. One timeout, one adjustment, one little possession can be all the difference in the game. And the people that are making these adjustments during the games are the ones we're seeing advance.
Now on the other side, we have FSU the God versus Jin Sanity. How is this matchup going to unfold? Do you have a pro player versus somebody who snuck in last minute, Robbie?
Sometimes it kind of helps that somebody wasn't able to strategize and go, oh, he's in right away, right before the game. He was the last guy into the tournament, so coming in as an unknown might help him in the sense that not many people scouted him.
Hello?
Hey, Jomar, this is Chris from 2K TV.
Oh, what's up, man?
Congratulations on advancing. I want you to take us through the first couple games with your defensive lineup.
I knew, like, coming in was going to be key against Splash. He's really tough side of guards.
Now, your next opponent is going to be Clayway. Have you been studying him or done any scouting on his game?
Yeah, I know a little bit about him. I watched his game. I mean, no game is easy. This is only a 1-game series, so anything can happen, and I'm going to be locked in and ready to make adjustments.
For those that don't know, you have a very strong defensive lineup. Are there any cards that stood out to you in these first couple games?
There's a Diamond Ben Simmons that is 6'10" that you can put a guard, especially a point guard, so that makes your lineup big. If I see any different mismatches, I can just switch and have Ben Simmons 6'10".
All right, sounds good. Well, best of luck in the rest of the tournament, and we'll be watching.
Thank you, man.
Back to the action. RJ Watts beat Life Ain't No Joke 83-74 after dropping 24 points with T-Mac. But the most anticipated matchup this round was between defending champion Skip to My Lou and 2K leaguer Oh Yeah I Compete. And it did not disappoint. Skip put in the work with Galaxy Opal David Robinson.
I mean, he's got like a very small chance. You don't have to get a 3 here. You just get a 2 and foul. Oh, now he's got a 3. Uh-oh. Put him on the line. Put him on the line.
But Compete's ball movement was too much to handle as he racked up 20 assists en route to a 63-60 win. So there it is, the defending champion taken down by the person that he beat last year to advance to the finals. Yeah, I compete.
What a storybook year for him, man. You get a 3-point victory. He had some great offensive rebounds, came through when it mattered, man. So, hey, control the boards, control the game.
And with that, the quarterfinals were set.
Hello?
RJ, this is Chris from 2K TV. Congrats and very impressive entry into the tournament. How you feeling so far?
Hey, just 1 game at a time. That's about it.
You also got a legion of fans behind you because we see you streaming your games out here. How you feeling going in and up against a professional player?
I mean, a professional player is about knowing the knowledge behind. He knows the game. I mean, I know the game too. I mean, everything is about basketball like at the end of the day. So, He's just playing the tempo, seeking out. I've been watching this game, so he's been doing pretty well. So just pretty much just playing my game as normal, making the right adjustments and keeping it moving.
Any particular cards that you've seen be super successful for you in these first couple games?
Ray Allen, Opal Ray Allen for sure. Knockdown shooter, definitely on the go. T-Mac. And Yao's been doing it down for the paint for me, so just got to keep it with those three guys and keep maintaining.
We'll be watching, and best of luck, okay?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, Clay, this is Chris from 2KTV.
What's good?
What's good, man? Congratulations on your second round victory over Isaac.
Thank you, man.
I want you to take us back to round one. Had one of the most exciting finishes we've seen in the tournament thus far with the game-winning block. Take us through that moment and what went through your head.
I didn't want to give up a three, so I played the three-point line. I double-teamed it, and then I just ran back and just spam triangle and just got a block. Honestly, that was pretty crazy.
That's awesome. What are some of the strategies that you've seen through the first two games that you've implemented that you think has kind of contributed to your success?
So when I was down big, I had Taco fall in, so that wasn't working out for me. So I think putting D-Rob into my lineup, making that change was huge.
What are some of the cards that you think have meant the most to your team in terms of getting these victories?
Lamar Odom, definitely. Lamar Odom's been hitting big shots.
Plenty of ways to raise your rep in the neighborhood this weekend. And now let's check out the latest legends in NBA 2K20.
Now on the other platform, let's take a look at the brackets. We're down to 4. On one side, we have Havoc and Class Guy, who've had some pretty good, solid games all around. And on the other side, some big storylines. In the first round, a big margin of victory for RJ Watt. 74 points coming in against the Compete Now, the other pro player in the tournament. So you have a guy with a ton of confidence that has been smashing his competition, and you have one of the best players in the world. How do you think this one's going to shake down?
Two guys with a lot of confidence. Sometimes confidence can breed mistakes. In this case, they both announced their presence with authority, with RJ Watts earning that huge first-round victory and then following it up with a nice second round as well. His zone defense was outstanding. His opponent, we were talking about adjustments before, his opponent did not adjust to that zone. He was getting easy turnovers, easy buckets the other way, turning good defense into good offense. So loved seeing that. And then on the other side, Compete, man, when you take out the tournament champion from last year, you know you got to be riding sky high. So I expect it to be a great game. That could be a pseudo final right there.
With 8 teams left, the matchups were a little more lopsided than expected. The Class Guys shut down King Havoc's offense while getting the 53-35 win. Yeah, I Compete dropped 22 points with T-Mac to secure an 82-67 win over RJ Watts. Jomar brought it to its Clayway, winning by 22 behind 20 points from Porzingis. And finally, F. Sud the God had the tightest game of the round, but 13 from Bill Russell and dominant work on the boards brought him home the 58-50 win over 2K League Pro Jin Sanity.
FSU taking down a pro player in this tournament. That is a big surprise.
Huge victory for FSU. Now, he held Jin to 5 points in the first quarter. We were talking about defense wins championships. That's making a statement, and I'm sure that that had a huge effect on the rest of the game.
And then another player that you've been following along, especially his lineup, Jomar, has advanced this far. What do you think some of his successes have been?
He limited his turnovers. He found the open spots on the floor, broke the zone wide open, and was doing a great job. I'm still leaning towards defense that wins you the championships, but good offense can beat a good defensive strategy as well.
On the other side of things, we saw Class Guy put on a defensive showcase and hold his opponent to just in the 30s.
It feels like we're just talking about defense, but anytime you hold somebody to 35 points, you're absolutely controlling the game at that point. If he can have another performance like that, he may be headed to Chicago.
Now we do have one pro player left in the tournament. Yeah, I Compete defeats RJ.
We thought RJ Watts was just going to be sweeping through this thing. He was having big blowout games. Nobody could break his zone, and then Compete just comes through. He broke the zone, and did a great job offensively to find those little spots, the little holes in the defense, while also limiting his turnovers.
Robbie, there's just 2 games left on each console to see who is going to Chicago to compete for that $250,000. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's time. You gotta wipe that sweat off your hands, get all your last-minute defensive settings in order. This is for all the marbles.
We start the semifinals with Jomar versus F. Sud to God. These two would go at it throughout the first half of the game, exchanging blow for blow. To finish the half, F. Sud to God hit Lamar Odom for the easy 2 to take a 22-21 lead. However, Jomar would retaliate with a 3-point dagger by Lillard to take a 24-22 lead going into the half. The second half would be more of the same as these two were slugging it out, with a chance at $250,000 in their sights. F. Sud to God ended the third quarter with a D-Rose drive to take a 41-39 lead. After a strong finish to the rim, F. Sud to God would take a 52-47 lead with 2:17 left remaining in the fourth. But Jomar had a little bit more fight in him as he would hit a 3 to tie it up.
There it is.
52 all. Next, F. Sud to God would have a small run of his own, taking it to the rack with Bill Russell and gaining a 56-54 lead with just 8 seconds remaining. After calling the timeout, Jomar inbounded the ball and found an open Larry Bird for the clutch 3 to take a 57-56 lead with just 6 seconds remaining on the clock. F. Sud to God tried to retaliate with a clutch shot of his own, but T-Mac missed and Jomar is headed to Chicago for a chance to win the grand prize. On the other side of the bracket, we have 2K Leaguer, Yeah I Compete, taking on Class Guy. This one started with Class Guy putting on the defensive clamps on Yeah I Compete. They finished the first quarter 17-8. The second quarter would be more of the same as Class Guy makes a layup with Gilbert Arenas to go up 22-17 and would go up by as many as 9. Yeah I Compete gained a little momentum after a 3-pointer by David Robinson and a layup by Chris Bosh to cut the deficit to 26-22. However, Class Guy hits the halftime buzzer beater to make the score 30-24. To start the third quarter, Class Guy becomes Mean Guy. With a chance to go up by double digits, Class Guy makes the mistake of showboating, giving Oh Yeah Compete an easy bucket on the other end. Class makes up for it with the stifling defense and a made jump shot by David Robinson. After a Penny Hardaway 3 and a Larry Bird dunk, Compete was able to cut into the lead to end the third. Throughout the fourth quarter, Class Guy encountered Compete's attempt at a comeback. But Yeah I Compete kept coming. Class Guy retaliated with a perfect setup for Bill Russell, and after one more stop, Class hits the dagger with Carmelo to go up 50-43, 58 seconds left. Yeah I Compete tried to fight back with some last-second threes, but it was too little, too late. Class Guy gets the victory 50-48, and will be heading to Chicago to take on Jomar for the grand prize of $250,000.
Hello?
Hey, Class Guy, this is Chris from 2KTV. How you feeling after that big win?
Excited?
Awesome. Well, you're
Lost my voice a little bit.
Yeah, I don't blame you. We were going crazy. So I'm joined by Robbie as well. And
What's going on, man? How was the feeling as you were heading towards the last few seconds of that game?
I was just trying to take away as many possessions as I can from them. Every time I came up the court, I would just run the clock down on about 8 seconds in and then get into my offense. And even if I missed a shot, it wouldn't matter because I ran 24 seconds off.
So you were matched up too in the last part there with a 2K League Pro. So what was it like being the guy that was kind of the underdog coming in?
Honestly, I didn't feel like I was really the underdog because I've been playing one-on-one for about 10 years in 2K competitively.
So you had some confidence going in up against a pro.
Yeah, I played everybody in the tournament. I played them multiple times except Havoc. I never played him.
Is there anything specifically you look forward to in terms of training or preparation for the championship?
Play a couple games so I don't get rusty every day. I could probably try to play like 4 or 5 games a day. And I'm also going to watch how that dude plays that one PS4.
Awesome. Well, congratulations once again. Thank you for joining us on 2K TV, and best of luck.
Thank you.
We are here joined by Jomar, and you are on your way to Chicago to compete for $250,000. Congratulations. What is going through your head?
I'm just happy, man. That's the word that comes to mind. I mean, with some tough games, being at one game series is anything can happen. There's a lot of tough guys in the tournament.
Now with 8 seconds to go, you found yourself down, you called the timeout, and then it was Larry Bird that hits the big three-pointer. Take us what was going through your mind and what you were thinking when you inbounded the ball to Larry and shot that clutch three.
Many people don't know this, but Larry Bird is my favorite small forward of all time. And he came through, man. That card came through.
What's inspiring you to play 2K and to go after the $250,000?
I'm coming from Puerto Rico. I lived there. I came here now. I'm in Boston, but like, it doesn't matter where you come from. If you want it in the video game business, in the esports, just go get it. Hard work pays off.
I'm interested to see, what are you going to do for the finals?
It's going to be an interesting matchup because defense was kind of his forte, and he also, like you, beat a pro player.
I really don't know much about him right now, but I'm definitely going to do my work on it. Like I said, just go out there and just give it my best.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on 2K TV. We will see you in Chicago competing for that $250K. Best of luck, my man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all having me, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Be sure to check back for details on how you can tune in to the My Team Unlimited finals. And with 2K, the competition doesn't stop. The NBA 2K League draft is coming up, and we already know some big names that have made it into this year's draft pool. Here's Chris with one face that's familiar here on 2K TV, Bear to Beast.
As we approach Season 3 of the NBA 2K League, we are joined by a guest that not only talks the talk, but man, oh man, does he walk the walk. Defending reigning champion of T-Wolves Gaming, Bear to Beast. Bear, how you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. How you doing?
I'm great, man. Thank you for joining us on 2K TV. I have to ask, what's life been like since you won that championship last season?
I'm going to tell you what, I can't complain. The money is definitely good. But more than anything, just the respect from the community, the respect from everybody else that play 2K, get recognition and having them understand and know that you're top player in the world is unbelievable. And the off season is going great. We got 4 of our guys back, so we're looking to be a top team in Season 3 as well.
Was there anything you spent the money on that was kind of like a personal reward for yourself? I know there was something out there that had to catch your eye, right?
I wanted this car before the season started, so I was saving up to buy this car and won a championship, and it's like, all right, I got well enough money for the car now. It's a 2007 Corvette. So it's like, it's the best thing in the world, and I cannot complain at all, LD. That's my baby.
You have a bunch of players that have made the draft pool for Season 3. What advice would you give upcoming players that are looking to get into the league right now and that are waiting for this big day approaching?
Probably the biggest advice that I give anyone is work hard at it and understand that you're going to have to sacrifice. So whatever it is in life, no matter whatever the job is, no matter what you're trying to pursue, you're going to have to make sacrifices and just grind. And the word grind is like, you can just look past it. No, you're going to have to grind. You're going to have to work hard for it, and, hopefully it comes.
For those that don't know, you slipped in the draft and you kept all that in the back of your mind. What was that motivation like for you as you went through Season 2 and ultimately overcame every opposition to become the champion?
So I try to relate everything in life as like, you can relate this to that. So same way I can relate 2K to real life, I try to relate everything. And in real life, we all go through struggles. We all have obstacles that we have to overcome. And for me, with the 2K, it was being overlooked. It was people not thinking that I had the talent or that I had the stick to actually, play with top players. So I got overlooked. I went 11. One team passed up on me twice, LD, so I had to make them pay for it in the playoffs. That's all the motivation you kind of need. If somebody tell you you're not good enough or, you can't make it, that's enough motivation to go make something shake.
What's it been like this off-season for you and personally training to get better in 2K? And I know that you're ready to defend that championship in Season 3 with your teammates.
One of the biggest things, I'm not going to lie, it's a lot going on. So we're taking trips to China. We're taking trips to Korea. I'm flying back and forth to Minnesota, so I'm still having to play the game. One of the biggest things they knocked me for is not being able to dribble. So I've been playing a lot with the park players, the dribble heads, the stage guys. I've been those guys, I've been hooping with those guys a little bit more, paying attention, studying those guys. Just to put, I'll probably never be able to dribble like those guys. They're amazing. So just to take a little bit from their game, steal a move or two, that's probably the biggest thing for me. I understand basketball and the plays and the pro-am IQ. I have that down to a T. So I'm trying to tap into that park potential.
Well, I was going to say, you dropped 45 points on my team in the celebrity game, so I think you dribbled just fine. So if you get better at that, that's kind of a scary thought. You mentioned traveling around the world. What's it been like to be a 2K League representative and talking to fans and upcoming players and people that are interested in getting into the league and watching you guys play?
Growing up, I didn't leave North Carolina until I got to college and, I'm 18, 19, 20 years old. I'm traveling along the East Coast, but I didn't leave my state. And so now from playing 2K from season 1 to season 2 to seeing China, I'm traveling to Minnesota, I'm traveling to New York, seeing Times Square every single week. I'm heading to Korea. I mean, just to understand other cultures and see there's another side of the world, but also understand that we all are humans. It just makes everything seem like it's connected. Like it's hard to explain. It's like one of those things you have to experience.
What are your goals to build your own community and to build, the community that's behind you as fans?
Obviously, I want to grow my own brand, obviously, but we all play 2K. And as 2K League players, we all have a platform. And no matter the mode, whether it's my team, Pro-Am, Park, my biggest goal is to see everybody united. I know how the community is, so for me to see that come together, that'll be like the biggest thing for me.
That's awesome. Got one final question for you, and you don't have to be humble about this. Are you the best trash talker in the NBA 2K League? Because I would say you're up there.
That's an easy question. Best trash talker, I'm the best trash talker. I'm the best player. I got the best personality. You could, whatever the best is, I'm number one. I'm number one at everything, I feel like. There's nobody better. I'm in a good place right now.
Hey, you also have a chip and a championship ring too, so you can back up that talk all day long. Bear to Beast, thank you for joining us on 2K TV. Best of luck in Season 3, my man.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it.
This is the 2KMC, and you are in luck because it's time for your State Farm Top Assists of the Month. Kicking it off with Darian McDade 1 in the wreck. On the fast break, not just one lob, but 2 lobs for the alley-oop slam. Talk about double trouble. Give the fans what they came for. Up next, we've got Blackstro 34. Passes up the open shot and kicks it to the corner. Literally. The disrespectful dish is capped off with a green release. That's gotta hurt. Moving along to Zach Mansfield. The break is on, and the backboard is there to help. Only needs one hand to throw it down, and throws it down with authority. Last but not least, let's check out the great Shabu. Off the pick and roll, getting flashy. The no-look dish makes the defense feel clueless, and the dunk makes them feel helpless. Now vote for your favorite State Farm Top Assist of the Month. And if you want your highlights to be featured in an episode, then submit them to social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. This is the 2KMC, and I'll be back next week with more of your top plays.
Before we go, we love seeing your My Team lineup, so make sure you keep them coming.
That's right. You can submit them to us using hashtag 2KTV lineup, and you could be featured on a future episode.
Make sure you check back, and we will see you next week.
Yo, what's up, man?
Stay focused on your workout. Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Hey, Hey, yo, right here, right here.
Get your mind right.
Keep it going. Hey, I'll see you later.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Shot!
Focus.
One more.
Let's go.
Hey, hit me up.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Again.
Man, I can't even watch this. see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Let's do it. Let's keep going, baby. Shut up.
Get your mind right.
Hit me up.
You okay tonight? Thank you for the sub, man. Could you carry me? Where? In the game?
Eric Pascal, welcome to 2K TV. How
I'm
are
a
you
noob here,
doing?
man.
I'm doing all right, trying to survive. I mean, just playing a lot of video games, working out as much as I can in the house, and just catching up on everything that's going on.
I know some players were saying that they'll never complain about anything basketball related, like again, like they are never going to complain about practice again or the refs.
Let's meet the visiting team Denver Nuggets. At shooting. At the underdog position. Gary Harris. And now your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. At shooting. Standing 6'6". Number 14. Standing 6'8". Number 0.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA
I can't carry anyone
action.
in this game.
This is
For
Kevin
sure.
Harlan along courtside with Brett Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Nuggets coach Mike Malone is the son of longtime NBA assistant coach Brendan Malone, who was on the staff with the late Chuck Daly in Detroit when the Pistons won back-to-back NBA titles. Malone's dad told him not to get into coaching with its nomadic lifestyle and volatility. Michael said, "I knew the pitfalls. My father said, all right, if you're going to be a coach, be a great coach. If you have a passion, you've got to follow that passion." Kevin?
That's some pretty sound advice. Thanks, D.A. And here's a look at the numbers for Porter.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. Ozamp and Plumlee are playing up front, and it's Porter at the small forward. And for the Lakers, Green and Rondo in the backcourt. Pass to McGee. Kuzma outside to the inside, and that one is good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And it's Harris off the drive, makes it off the glass. Harris has got his second basket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Pass to McGee. Shoots a three. Good on the three-point shot. He has 5.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here is Harris. Not a lot of room. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. Rebounded by McGee. Lakers trail by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lakers passing it around. From beyond the arc, bangs home the trifecta. It's a tie ball game.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Pass to Harris. Now Plumlee kicks it to Porter. The pass to Murray. Shoots. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Murray's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Pass to Rondo. And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Murray with the ball. Here's Porter. Rondo with the rebound. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Lakers. Trailing by 2. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Some changes for the Lakers. Morris is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope comes in for LeBron. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Rajon Rondo. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Craig. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. From outside the arc. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Nuggets lead by 2. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. swap here on the floor. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. So on the floor for Denver, Zamp and Plumlee are playing up front. The backcourt is Murray and Harris. And it's Porter in at the 3. Pass to Kuzma. He tries for 3, drills the three-pointer. He's got 11. The Nuggets leading by 8.
And positionless basketball, all the rage. And Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Passes it to Murray. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
1:03 left to play in the first half. Murray dishes to Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
In terms of set plays, this is where Plumlee is very dangerous offensively, the old pick-and-roll game.
To the middle. Morris, no good.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Good on the bucket, and it's an 8-point Nugget lead.
Well, some good interior crucial points here as Murray's staying active in the paint.
To the left side wing. Kicks to James. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Can't cash in from close range.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up a bit.
Free throw good, Porter. That one misses.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter. Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Lakers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
And he makes the first. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Murray with it. From deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Denver Nuggets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
All right, heads up. Let's get this done. Che, you heard what Coach said. All right, we see your effort out there. All right, just keep doing what you're doing.
About me, man. I want to win.
All right, we all want to win. All right, the only thing you can control is you. All right, so just give us a half like you just did, and whatever happens, you know you didn't cheat it. That's all you can do. All right. All right.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. To win with consistency, Brett. completely new group for Los Angeles. A different look for Denver. The Nuggets shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
The free throw drops for Grant.
Well, a long time Jeremy Grant was a role player that just came off the bench, and last season starting most all of the games. He showed how well he can fit in as a 5-man, and now with the Nuggets, if he can bring that kind of energy off the bench with his length, his athleticism, it gives another dynamic to this young Nugget nucleus.
They've got JaVale McGee. Morris is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Caruso in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Nuggets leading by 6. Martin with it, now guarded by Caldwell-Pope. And the wide-open shot from Morris. And another miss by Denver. And with Grant as a starter, his energy and effort were infectious. But Grant not likely to start that many games with the Nuggets.
No, and I think that when you look at Jeremy Grant having come off the bench before, that for a player like that, he's going to be comfortable knowing that his impact on the team is going to continue to help the Nuggets be a deep run playoff squad. He knows the potential of what they can do, and he's another piece of great depth to this Nugget roster.
And the Lakers making a change here. Murray's checked in. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And another miss by Denver. Lakers trail by 6. To the paint. Here's Murray. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Murray's got his first 2 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And Will Barton looks comfortable there down on the inside with the shot.
And Caruso's got the ball here for the Lakers. Puts up a 3. They get it again. McGee. And the layup's good off the glass. McGee's got 6 here in this quarter.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Murray against Grant. He kicks it to Vonleh. Just 5 to shoot. Martin inside the line. The shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. Inside, here's McGee. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Now just a 2-point Nugget lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Now the pass to Murray. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to Caruso. Shoots it. Can't connect.
There's some length from Murray as a guard there as he helps out on defense and pesters the shooter.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Denver on top, up by 4. And when we return, we'll get the 4th quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And Denver will start the 4th quarter with Ozamp and Plumlee are playing up front. Bill Barton is out there with Murray. And it's Porter at the 3, the small forward. Murray outside. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Murray's got 11 in the second half.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from 3-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Fires from deep. Murray with the defensive effort.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Down low, here's Kuzma. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. And a wide open look for Porter. And right on target with the swish. And the Nuggets lead by 7. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking. And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Kuzma outside. Out to the wing. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. To the paint. Umley with the steal. Porter against LeBron. And that one's good by Porter.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
And the Lakers call time here. When you talk about solid role players, Brent, Mason Plumlee fits the bill.
Does such a great job consistently of coming in, being a physical player, setting screens and rolling.
For the Nuggets, Grant, he's checked in for Plumlee. Barton comes in for Paul Millsap. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Rondo against Morris. To the inside. That's good from Porter on the assist by Morris.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Kuzma, and that one is off. Some solid defense from Grant. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Out to Morris. Back to Harris. Feeds to Porter. Morris inside. Kuzma with the defensive effort. From deep three-point range, off on that one. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. And David Alden. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you later.
Yo.
Yo, como é que é? That's bem ou não?
Che, you got a second?
Yeah, what's up?
You did a lot of distributing tonight, leading the team in assists for your first time as a pro. How were you able to generate so many open looks?
Vai ficar aí mais tempo no modo...
I mean, I don't know if I did anything special. I just kept the ball moving. I found the open man,
Depois no
passed
fim,
to him, and hit the shots.
quando for
So,
bazar,
shout out
que
to
é
my
fazer
teammates hitting open
joguinho.
shots.
Cool. Thanks, Shay.
All right, guys. Thanks. All good, Ted. Good seeing you, brother.
Ajudar-te.
É.
E foi um bocadinho.
Não, estou só aqui... É fodido. Eu não estou a fazer corridas, eu estou a fazer aqui no modo tipo... Tipo, onde é que tu podes fazer tudo, estás a ver? Aqui, andares aqui à toa. Estou aqui a fazer drift. Fiz tipo uma pista, está a ver? Fiz tipo uma pista com tipo umas cenas que tenho que fazer. Ver qual é o caso que consigo fazer aquilo melhor. Ando aqui com M3 chumbado. Tive moderno. A merda em terceira está a queimar pneu, a andar para a frente. Yeah.
So I need more than kudos and a high five. Cause I went from sidelines to the limelight. And I shine bright, eyes cold, bars Klondike. And I never move with the same blind side. Oh, finite, but you feel the spirit, whole flow, shine light, so glow. Every lyric sing cold, cold, so most. Like Rondo on my glow when I pivot, oh. Most these sheep won't move like no. That's why
I know you're playing a lot of 2K. What modes are you playing in?
I do a lot of play now. My career, I go to the park with like Donovan, Royce.
So who is a better 2K player out of the three of you? Royce O'Neal, you, or Donovan Mitchell?
I'm definitely better than Donovan. I don't know if I'm better than Royce. I never played him, but I'm 100% better than Donovan.
So who's the best 2K player on the Warriors, would you say?
What's up, Coach? Okay, you're gonna run with the starters tonight.
Yeah, look at that.
We want to give you a look with the first unit, see how it goes.
That's what's up, Coach.
You earned it, Che. Right, but you gotta perform if you want it to stick.
Hey, not an issue.
You seem pretty confident.
Is that a bad thing?
No, just make sure that your work ethic matches your confidence.
Hey, man, you know I live in the gym. I got this.
All right, there's lots of guys in China and Europe who thought they made it before they did.
You know you just said the same thing 3 different ways.
So you get my point.
Yeah, understood, Coach.
All right, that's it.
All right.
Hey, good luck out there, kid.
Hey, thanks, Sarge. I appreciate you.
Hey, Che.
What's
I
up?
need you with the rest of the starters. We're gonna take a pic for social.
A picture? Yeah, okay.
Okay, let's go. All right, gentlemen, let's huddle up here for a photo. Get all in there. All right, group up a little bit more. Okay, why don't you guys take a big step back? That look good? Okay. All right, thanks everyone. Thank you so much.
The Lakers coming through the tunnel with swagger. This looks like a team that's all set to go to work here at home. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The view high above our broadcast location tonight, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. You look at the Clippers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they're putting to rest any big concerns people may have had with this team, proving they are truly an upper echelon club.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, it was just a matter of time before Che was added to the starting lineup. Fans had been questioning why Che was still coming off the bench. Coach said he wanted to make sure not to rush Che and potentially overwhelm him. But either way, this does not look like it's a temporary switch. Guys?
Thank you for that, David. Greg, quite a few people have been expecting this to happen.
Yeah, with the amount of time Che spent in college, you figured he'd be polished coming into the league. The question was, would he buy in? And I think we've gotten our answer.
And the Clippers starting 5. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Harrell. Then it's Williams. And it's George in at the 2 guard. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. Steve, when it comes to memorable regular season games, Christmas Day matches up as the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, it is. And when you play on Christmas Day, it's special because you're one of several teams that get a chance to play, and the rest of the entire league and the country and the world is watching you. All eyes are on the NBA on Christmas Day. It is very, very special.
Now here's Leonard, coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. 5 on the clock. Williams, that's for 2. Rondo with the rebound. To the wing on the left. Howard against Harrell. Over to the left wing. Drills it from outside. On offense, here are the Clippers. It's a 3-point game. Bounce pass from Williams. With the floater. Good D by LeBron. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on George. And the bright lights of L.A. perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
A guy who's won almost every award in the book. LeBron does as much for the NBA off the court as he does on it.
He hits the second from the line.
And what was more fun to watch last season than Patrick Beverley checking Kevin Durant in the playoffs?
Patrick Beverley's energy and fight gave the Clippers a chance every night. Obviously, the Warriors' talent won out, but the Clippers made them work every step of the way.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Outside Rondo. Puts it up. Kept alive. Howard, good.
And really, there's no reason why Howard can't at least be boxed out. When he comes up with these rebounds, it's night-night for the defense.
Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
Leonard inside. He's covered by Rondo. Now Leonard. Count it. Good.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
LeBron outside. Lakers passing it around. that shot off. George with the defensive effort. For the three, and another three for the Lakers.
He could have tried to force a shot there. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
Outside Williams puts up a three. Rebounded by the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles, where they beat the Clippers.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
Now, here's George. The little short-range fadeaway off target. Williams against Rondo. There's the three. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
What was beautiful.
Substitution here for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. George is checked in for Landry Shamet. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Smitty, I heard this the other day, letting a player stay in the game after his 6th foul, but granting an extra free throw to the other team. What do you think of that?
Kevin, that's crazy. I mean, no way.
I knew you'd say that. I knew you would say that.
I do summer league games, and I watched this 10 fouls. There's no way we could have had that many fouls when I played. We have to keep it at 6 foul, and you're out.
Howard is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's LeBron James. That's the Laker 5. Passes to Kuzma. It's tipped. Lays it up and banks it in.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Jackson looking it over. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, no good by the Clippers.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Inside, Howard. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
George passes to Harrell. Williams against James. Williams inside. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Because of his size, everyone tries to get physical with Lou, but he pays it no mind.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. LeBron is doubled. From past the arc. They get it back. Here's Howard. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
I mean, physical defense, but Howard just too strong.
Clippers trail by 12. Outside Jackson. 14 feet away. The shot will not fall. And it's the Lakers the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
Point blank, this is a bad combination. If you're looking to get stops, that's not the way.
Williams against James. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's Harrell. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Lakers leading by 12. Bobbed up there for Howard. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And love how Howard throws it down. Just spectacular to watch on these alley-oops, given his strength.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Morris. Outside Williams. To the middle. Here's Jackson. Second shot opportunity, and it's LeBron James with the rebound. James has got 4 rebounds in this game, and he lobs it up toward the rim.
Able to score from almost anywhere. Kuzma rapidly becoming a guy that can hurt you.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Lakers lead by 16. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, they was important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got our offensive rebounds as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And we welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. Setting the floor for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Williams. And Harrell's in at the center position.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Now here's Williams. He's tightly guarded. Here's Leonard. Knocks it down from 7 feet. Leonard's got his second basket of the night.
This is what you want to do on the offensive end. Get Kawhi looks in the paint. Rely on him to make a play.
Down low, Leonard with the steal. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
And for Leonard, it's not just the size, it's the skill level and his commitment to greatness.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Williams scanning the floor. Off target with his 3. Lakers leading by 16. Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse, craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Oh, Kuzma's in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. And the Clippers call time here. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light shooting threes. Substitution here for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for George. Lou Williams is checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Well, you knew that Kawhi Leonard would be a huge name in the free agency market last summer, especially after winning his second Finals MVP.
And Kawhi let the pieces fall before making his decision. I like liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Clippers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Jackson has the open look. Offline with his three.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Leonard with no one around. Tries again, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
You guys play with Harold's level of energy, and that gets him to the line with some frequency.
At the line for 2.
He makes 1 of 2 that time.
What I appreciate about Harold is how hard he's worked on his skill set. The jumper, the post moves, and the passing.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. Back to the action after this word. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
Swap here for the Clippers. Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Yeah, Kevin, I haven't, but I've bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
Morris is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Avery Bradley. Then there's Murray. That's the Laker 5.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Dwight Howard.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Zubac. JaMychal Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for George. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
Patrick Beverly is a tone setter, someone who doesn't back down from anyone. I admire his confidence.
And he's good on the second.
Well, you talk about someone who's an absolute piranha on defense, and that is Patrick Beverly. Gives you no room to get comfortable and is a thorn in his assignment side.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Patterson can't get it to go. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first foul. Penalty situation. Shooting for Los Angeles, number 20. Taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. No good on the second free throw. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Nice win for your team, Che. You were the catalyst with all your scoring. Was that the game plan tonight?
I thought my teammates were creating, a ton of chances for me on the offensive end. And, fortunately, I got hot for a stretch. We converted a lot of our possessions, and the way they were setting me up, though, the credit goes to them, not me.
Well, all of you contributed to this win, and you should enjoy it. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great
Jay,
interview.
you led the
once
team in
again.
blocks tonight. Is this something you're looking to do more of going forward?
Ted, every game's different. If I wind up with a couple blocks, great. I'm helping us win. If not, I'm doing something else to help us win. Well, that's the hope anyway. Anything else?
No.
No?
I'm good.
Got
All right,
what I
guys,
needed.
thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jay.
Hey, man. You got that stuff again?
Che, talk to me about your first start. How did it feel out there? It looked like you were pretty comfortable.
Good.
Oh, man, it's so dope. It's always been a dream of mine to be a starter in NBA. Yeah, it feels good, man. I just hope I can build on this, and string together a bunch of good games. Because honestly, for me, sky's the limit. And I feel like I don't have a ceiling right now. There's no pinnacle.
Che, do any moments from tonight stand out to you? Something you'll remember years from now?
It's funny. I remember real specifically that feeling of, waiting for the tip and just the electricity in the crowd. I remember looking around at my teammates and seeing everyone locked in, ready for battle. It was great, man. I just hope I've, done enough to earn my spot and make these guys believe in me and what I can bring to this team.
Nice game, Che.
Thanks, V.
You must be looking forward to facing those guys again.
You know what? I don't know about that. We respect every team in this league. Tonight was just one of those nights where everything was working for us and nothing was working for them. That happens sometimes. But it doesn't mean we got their number or anything, all right? They got a bunch of good players over there, and we still respect them.
I know it'll be hot. Maybe not. Maybe like 40.
Somewhere around straight.
Sure.
Here he comes. Hey, Che.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? I want to bring Josh over here. He's got something to talk to you about the Top Takes Daily interview.
Okay.
You remember Josh
Yeah.
from Beats?
Yeah, Josh, what's up? Great to see you again, Che. Great game tonight.
I appreciate that, Josh.
So Josh has a couple things he wants to go over with you that you could sprinkle into the interview.
Okay.
Well, obviously, only mention this stuff if it comes up organically. We want you to feel comfortable out
That's
there.
right. There's no benefit from forced plugs.
Of course, of course.
So let's keep the pressure low. Any mention with beats is a plus. We'd be happy with a simple plug. But if you're feeling up to it, you can throw in some stuff about our tech, too.
Okay, like what?
Right off the top, the noise cancellation feature. We call it Pure Adaptive Noise Canceling, Pure ANC for short. But if you just said noise cancellation, that'd be great. You don't have to live neck deep in the weeds on this one.
Okay, Pure ANC, I got that.
Nice, and I'll have a cheat sheet up there before the interview.
All right, Levi.
And we've also got something else called Fast Fuel, where you get a 3-hour charge in around 10 minutes. But the main plug is noise cancellation. That's what we really love you to hit out there.
Noise cancellation, I got it.
Awesome, great. Thanks, Josh.
So if anything comes up, questions, whatever, just tell Levi and he'll let me know.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, let's do it.
We know it'll be a rock solid partner, Che.
All right, brother.
Thanks tonight.
All right, sounds good. Get it, Beats? Sounds good?
No, bro. That wasn't good.
Well, it is a special day here today at Top Takes Daily as we are joined live in studio with one of the NBA's brightest new stars, Che. Welcome to the show, Che. Of course. Now, you've had to overcome a lot on your path up to the league. We all know about the doubt you faced coming in as a 4-year college player. So with that, my first question for you is, how does it feel to silence the haters?
Haters. I can't even hear him, Diane.
So are you one of those guys who doesn't do social media? We're seeing a lot of that trending recently.
No, it's my beats. They have noise canceling technology. Matter of fact, I can't even hear what you're saying, Diane. What'd you say?
Oh, now that is a first.
Well, I can't hear you, Diane. What'd you say?
Do you think we can continue with the interview?
Oh, yeah, of course. I got you. Beats.
So now that you've established that you belong in the league, what's next for you? What are your goals?
You know, I really don't want to put a limit on it. I think if I continue to work hard, anything's possible. So yeah, maybe that's a goal of mine. Just keep working hard.
Is MVP within reach?
I will say this. If you don't set a high standard for yourself, what's the point? And I'd rather fail at getting to the top than succeed at being mediocre, you know?
Absolutely. So before we wrap things up, one last question for you. We all seem to know a lot about Che the athlete, but what's something we don't know about Che the person?
I'm a music freak, Diane.
Got any favorite artists?
Yes, I do. Kevin Gates, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. You know, they all sound good playing through my Beats headphones. I love these things.
They pay you to say that.
Honestly, yeah, they do. But it's not about that. You know, I've been a fan of Beats long before I was one of their athletes. It's a culture thing.
Well, okay then. Unfortunately, that is all the time we have today in studio with Che. Che, thank you so much for coming.
Hey, thanks for having me.
This is Diane Stone, and you have been watching Top Takes Daily.
Hey, how you been, man?
Hey, what you working on?
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Yeah, let's go. Do it. Sir. Ball up.
Ih, boleh tekan mana kena pergi.
Come get it. Come get it.
Again.
Nice shot.
Let's go. You could do better than that.
Next time, man. Next time.
Everyone, listen up. That was a great team effort last night. Keep that energy up, and we can do great things. Let's get to work. Today, we're gonna work on stopping teams from getting easy buckets in transition. Let's get to work on stopping the ball in transition.
Turn it up. Come around. Let's go.
That's all you.
Hey, yo, right here.
Good job. Let's move on to the next drill.
See you later.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. Get your mind right.
One more.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started.
Just like that.
See you later.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! And one.
Hey, hit me up.
What advice would you give those guys in college that want to come to the NBA?
Be mentally prepared to be very tired. I mean, back-to-backs are no joke. I mean, you barely play back-to-backs in college because maybe in a tournament. But besides that, I mean, you got to be mentally prepared to bring it every night. I would say you got to have the attitude to feel like you're the best player on the court. I feel like those two things are very important.
I feel like you surprised a lot of
Big news in the association today is that Joel Embiid is set to miss significant time due to his injury.
Not JoJo!
Yeah, I'm afraid so, Hornet, but look on the bright side. Now he'll get to spend even more time on social media. And if you're new to the show, you might not know this, but Hornet is a huge Joel Embiid guy. Loves his personality.
Guilty as charged. I'm a huge Embiid stan. He's hilarious.
Not my cup of tea. I'm more into the strong, silent type. You know, nothing against him, mind you. You know, he's free to express himself however he wants. But that kind of thing, it's just never going to do for me.
You're washed, Hank.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think I was ever cool enough to begin with. So, you're probably right, Hornet. But coming up next, we're going to talk about what this injury means for the rest of Joel's season. But first, a quick break. This is Hank and the Hornet on 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Los Angeles Lakers.
Get hip or get stuff.
Spin as you go.
We wish to remind you that all smoking is prohibited in all areas as you go. We hope to see you again. So this is Spotify competition for availability of any featured Trailblazers team. Rise with us.
Standing in front of the mirror. What better way to pass it? Forcing a smile, but I can't take the
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Soaring high above the Willamette River towards our location tonight in downtown Portland. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. D.A. David Aldridge is on our sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, Damian Lillard is not just the best player on the Blazers, he's the team's unquestioned leader. But he said leadership is not all about talking. It's about letting others hold you accountable too. Being coachable and committing to a common purpose. For him, guys, being a leader doesn't mean he puts himself above his teammates.
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
And you look at Lillard. He's among the top 10 in the voting in the Western Conference. The fans rewarding him for a tremendous season so far.
And I'm sure he's grateful for that. But, Kevin, I know what he really wants is a spot in that starting lineup.
A great All-Star weekend it'll be. We'll keep you updated as we get closer. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Whiteside. And it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward.
A championship standard in L.A. with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both look up in the Rafters and see those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18. That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Kuzma outside. Outside Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. That one falls.
Takes some strength to finish through that kind of contact, and Kuzma's definitely put in his share of work in the weight room.
Passes it to McCollum. And just about a minute into the first quarter. And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. Howard kicks to Rondo. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Lets the 3 fly. Ariza with the rebound. And here's Portland. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
In-game adjustments are critical. They did an awesome job taking what the defense gave them.
And stolen by Whiteside. Pass to Lillard. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Kuzma and Whiteside sends it back. Here's Anthony. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Anthony's got his second basket of the game.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
Right around mid-season here, Chris, more players-only meetings being held. Give us a little insight into what those are like.
Well, there's some really good ones, Kevin, and there's some bad ones. There's ones that goes, you know, hey, guys, just wanted to bring us all here and say, man, listen, we could do a little bit better. We need to focus. I'll start with myself. I can be better on the boards. You need to be better guards over here. Those kind of meetings are good. Then there's the ones that say, listen, guys, we're going in the playoffs. I need everyone to put the phones down. No more going out. Sacrifice. Tell your in-laws, tell your spouse, tell your family, listen, for the next month we're honed in where we can't come back. And then there's the ones that you don't like, the ones that finger pointing, saying, hey, guys, I called this meeting because I'm tired of all of it. None of you are putting up. And then another guy says, wait, I'm not doing my job. You're not doing your job. And other guys come in and you kind of get how it goes. So a lot of different ways you can have meetings. But hopefully as a coach, you have great leadership. So at the end of the day, even if you have hurt feelings, guys come out better for it.
Ariza has the open look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Lakers trail by 6. To the paint. Here's Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
You allow Howard to get in close. He's going to punch that ticket.
Number 20.
And here's McCollum. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. This time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
And they lost the last matchup with this club, and it was really the reserves where the gap in play was felt.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And now Los Angeles with some changes. In Portland, they have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Howard. That's Rajon Rondo.
You got to love how clever Miller is. And he's exceptional at gutting the D apart with his dribbling moves.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 15-point game. And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
And he uses the glass on the layup.
Oh, you got to love the intelligence of James. He understands the game like few others. I mean, spots the open man with ease.
Ariza outside. McCollum outside. LeBron against Ariza. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Ariza. Ariza's got 3 assists now in this one.
And it's encouraging whenever McCollum scores inside, proving that he's more than just a jump shooter.
And the pass to Howard. Clock at 4. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. You better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts where you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
Whiteside's checked in for Portland. And both free throws good for Howard.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. And getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part.
Here's James following the basket by C.J. McCollum. From downtown, good on the triple. 5 points in the game.
They get burned this time. That's a shot they're willing to give up, though.
Portland leading by 12. And McCollum with the slam.
He's an excellent penetrator. I mean, as soon as McCollum sees a lane, he's all over it.
LA's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Here's Kuzma. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight, because the 3, not one of them, ain't working.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, when he joined the Lakers, LeBron knew it would be a challenge. Joining a young team with a losing record. It's reminiscent of his return to Cleveland. This go-round proving even harder.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Here's Waiters. This one for three, and no good on the last second attempt this time. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Portland Trail Blazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach. Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Whiteside is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And a wide-open look for McCollum. They grab their own miss, and the shot is good. Whiteside's got his first 2 points of the night.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
There are a lot of people that say, Chris, the European players are more fundamentally sound overall. Are they right?
Well, I think when you look at a guy like Doncic or Dirk or Porzingis,
yes.
You're taking the best of the best and you're creating a whole field. So I can't say overall. I would say they've had some players that have come in and wowed us, and that's awesome. But also you have those guys going forward at the age of 13, 14, 15 years old, and so I think they may miss out on some of the other things that life has to offer, like a normal high school experience, those type of things. But I tell you what, it's a copycat league, and it's a copycat game. And so once you see players that are 7 foot coming over, shooting, passing, dribbling, I think you can say guys like Kevin Durant and others, I think you can say they're pretty sound overall. So I don't buy into that theory, but I do think for a lot of Europeans, being a professional early helps you transition into the NBA a little bit better maybe than guys coming out of college.
I would agree.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
LeBron against Anthony. James, the pass to Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 4 assists in the game.
Good at taking initiative inside. Once Kuzma is near the hoop, he's focused on scoring.
Here's Lillard, and it's sent back by Howard. And now here's Rondo, the fast break opportunity, and a wide open look for James. Portland grabs the miss. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Ariza. Rondo with the rebound. Lakers trail by 13. 13 feet away. And he makes good on the layup. He's got 9.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, it's the attack mindset. I mean, that helps him prevail right there. Sometimes you just got to go with your gut.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope comes in for Rajon Rondo. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. Portland, no good that time either. And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two, playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on the offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
Looking to end his cold spell. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop. Well, all you have to do is lob it up to James. His timing on these alley-oops, incredible.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Pass to Nurkic. Ariza outside. Passes it to Lillard. He kicks it to Carmelo. Shot clock at 5. To the inside and finished off by Nurkic.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. And when Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down.
Here's James, and he banks in the layup. James has got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Trent passes to Lillard. It's Ariza on the wing, covered by LeBron. High post, Nurkic. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Three-pointer, Lillard drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got 11 points.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game. 2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yes, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possession. Not his best day from three-point range. I mean, just won in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
Three-pointer. Ariza passes to Trent. It's tipped. Inside. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Anthony. So both teams making some changes here. Hassan Whiteside comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and McCollum subbed in for Little. So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. That's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on C.J. McCollum. You know what, Chris? Speed at any position is so vital. Who are the fastest big guys in the game right now that you admire and just can't believe how they go baseline to baseline?
The first one that comes to mind is Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's a Greek freak, but he's a freak of nature in basketball. His speed, his length, his athletic ability. You love seeing him. And I say a close second, Anthony Davis. And don't forget about Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, a lot of guys that love running the floor and put that pressure on the defense every time by getting out.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah, horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up. He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
Lillard outside. To the middle. Here's Whiteside. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
1:29 left in the fourth quarter. Chris, I read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball Africa League. Africa, stand up, baby.
McCollum outside. Kuzma pulls it in.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
And the basket is good.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Unloads from 13. And the basket by McCollum.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And you know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
11 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lillard looking around. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was
That's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Hey, Che, they want you to do some press tonight.
No problem.
Great.
Che, how much is it a matter of pride when it comes to slowing down a superstar like that?
I see what you're trying to do here, Vinny. But it's not about wanting it, all right? We wanted it plenty. We tried hard, but you got some of the best players in the world in this league, all right? Sometimes there's nothing you can do to stop them.
What about changing up the game plan?
Nah, man. The game plan was fine, all right? We just gotta tip our hat, you know, to the other guy and just move on. Next game and next process. We'll all do it the same.
All right. You guys ready to get down to business? We got a new contract to hash out.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Absolutely. All right, let's do it. Pleasure doing business with you, Don.
Levi, the pleasure's all mine. Excited to stay in the Che business.
How's it going? Hey, man. I see you want to sharpen those passing skills. Let's get you going.
Next time, man. Next time.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
See you later.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. See, you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Come on. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Start to go.
Man, I can't even watch this. One more. Keep it going. Just like that.
See you later.
Let's do some rapid fire questions. I did this poll on IG the other day and I was really surprised at the answers. I personally think that people should make their beds every day. What are your thoughts on this? Do you make your bed every day?
I don't make my bed every day. It's because, like, you're gonna mess it up again. Like,
I know, but it's crispy when you get in after you make it.
Fans, be here for Mascot Mania. All fans in attendance will receive a poster of the Lakers mascot.
Time go down the hill again. This the kind that makes you let it go. Living in the sea where it's hard to go. We gon' get it till it's hard to go. Now we
What better way to pass the game than with pictures of your favorite mascot, the Lakers mascot, and the Laker girls. Make sure you pick your official NBA program. Get your player stats, find schedules, and read interviews with NBA players. Programs are located at all entrances to the arena. A reminder, folks, to be here for our next giveaway, Gym Bag Day. Come out and receive a free Lakers gym bag.
I lay on my lonely time to ride life. There ain't no more days up in the sky fly. She said don't be stressing in the line.
And now, your Los Angeles Lakers starting lineup. Standing 6'1", number 9, Rajon Rondo. At power forward, standing 6'8", number 0. At center, standing 6'10", number 39. White Howard. At the other forward position, standing 6'9", number 23. LeBron James. At the other guard position, standing 6'5", number 20. Number 20. Your home team head coach is Frank Vogel. Ladies and gentlemen, your Los Angeles Lakers.
Welcome and happy holiday. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. You look at the Lakers. Right now, they've compiled the third best record in the conference. And, of course, there's the Mavericks, a half game back.
And when I look at Dallas, they fought awfully hard this season, and they've got the results to show for it. It's been a breakout year for this group.
Yeah, no doubt. It's been a nice story, but now the real work begins, getting themselves primed for a deep push into the playoffs.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Howard. Two outstanding teams we're going to see moments from now, Doris.
And Kevin, this is not just a regular season game on the schedule. The fans are ready for this. The players understand. Listen, we've got two quality teams, potentially could meet in the postseason. Look out tonight.
And look how excited you are. Your notes, you're standing on your feet. You're right with them. I love it.
I can't wait.
And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. Porzingis with the steal. Rondo against Doncic. To the paint. Here's Brunson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
Now here's LeBron. Defense is right there. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
The strength of LeBron is something that is never going to go away, and it will always allow him to finish plays like that.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Free throw, no good for LeBron.
Well, you think the ownership style of the Mavericks, something the league had to adjust to. Very active, very outspoken. Sometimes I think that rubbed people the wrong way. But now you get the sense it's almost the new normal.
And the Mavericks, we know, have been trendsetters, investing in development and in technology.
Kevin, they have always been on the cutting edge of data collection and then using that data to give them a competitive advantage. When you're in a business, it's always about what's next. How can I be better?
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. The Mavericks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Outside, Porzingis from the arc. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Get the shot. It's rebounded by Dallas. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. This is what we call highly efficient play, working off the screen, getting to the cup.
To the inside, Porzingis with the steal. Here's Finney Smith, covered by LeBron. Porzingis passes to Brunson. Here's Kleba. Dallas moving it around. There's the pass to Brunson. 5 to shoot. They get the rebound. Here's Doncic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on LeBron James.
And I think, guys, over time, you would anticipate Luka Doncic becoming more and more of a leader. This guy is so fun to watch from a skill perspective.
And Los Angeles with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Howard. Green comes in for James. And Bradley's subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Then for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein. He's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Seth Curry in for Jalen Brunson. Can't hit from the corner. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. And, Greg, as many expected, Porzingis getting a huge deal from Dallas to keep him a Mav for a long time.
The Mavs feel he can be better than he was before the injury. Love the idea of pairing him long-term with Doncic. Sign him to a lengthy and sizable deal to be the core of their future.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Offensive rebound. Banked in off the glass. Porzingis has got his second bucket tonight.
And to me, this is what KP has got to do. Porzingis has the size and length to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Hardaway with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Another shot. Doesn't go that time. So the Lakers will take it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Total embarrassment. I was shocked at how poorly they played. I think...
Mal. Pô, vamos já outra pizza. Estava aí também. Para mim, jogo titular depois descambou.
The Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Rajon Rondo. That's the Laker 5.
Well, Kristaps Porzingis understands with his length and size, those are high percentage finishes. Nicely done.
Fires the three. It's rebounded by Dallas. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That'll be the third game of this three-game road trip. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, there is a lot of optimism in Dallas for the tandem of Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis said, "We clicked right away. We're both European players, similar roots, both speak Spanish. That'll translate on the court. We can be something special." Kevin, look out for them to compliment and criticize one another in a different tongue.
Well, if they play to their potential, they could be scary. Thanks, David. Of course, you've seen a lot of these big men come and go in this league. Who would you say right now is the most complete big man in the NBA?
Well, two guys come to my mind immediately, and that's Joel Embiid, who I think probably could be more efficient with his three-point shooting, but is still enough of a threat that you have to guard him out there. They enter the ball through him in the post, and he can be a dominant scorer. He can also put it on the deck. And then Anthony Davis, who you could say all of those attributes that Joel Embiid has, the Brow has as well. Those are two of the most complete, dominant two-way big men in today's game.
Good D by LeBron.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it. To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
Doncic is checked in for Dallas. Outside, Porzingis. Here's Brunson. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Well, this speaks to the feel that Kristaps Porzingis has for the game of basketball. If you're open, he'll find you.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Morris. That one doesn't drop. Nice D from Porzingis. Mavericks leading by 13. Here's Finney-Smith. Offensive rebound. Doncic. Basket good. Doncic has got 14.
Well, Luka Doncic has every skill necessary to be a difference maker on the boards. Let's begin with his great size.
Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
No good on the triple.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumping. And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Pass to Porzingis. We've got 33 seconds left here in the second. Good D by LeBron.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
The Lakers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor, something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee's checked in for Markieff Morris. Green comes in for LeBron. And it's Waiters in for Rajon Rondo. Goes back up. Hardaway, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
That'll do it for the first half. Mavericks lead by 10. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle. You love the work ethic he has had on display.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Jalen Brunson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. Kuzma, right side. To the wing right side. Now Rondo. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Mavericks leading by 5. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. 17-foot shot on the way. Doncic, no good. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Quite possibly an all-star snub. Rookie of the Year, Luka Doncic. Doris had a chance to be selected in his first season.
Perhaps sending a message, Kevin, with that first teenager ever to put up a 30-point triple-double. Something tells me this young man will have an all-star game appearance or two moving forward.
Bradley's checked in for the Lakers. And Dallas also making a switch. Curry's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Outside, Porzingis. The 3. Offensive rebound. Back to Doncic.
Los Angeles foul ball.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Caldwell Pope's checked in.
Tive a reparar isto para já estarem a levar. Ei, assim não dá. É difícil.
Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game, as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
And, Greg, nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. And it's LeBron James. And it's Rajon Rondo. Oh, wow!
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 17 points was their biggest margin. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. Passes to Doncic. 4 on the shot clock. Kleba. A second chance effort. Finney-Smith can't get it to go.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Gets it down to single digits.
Rondo, not one of those guys that is a volume shooter, picky with the shot selection, but he does have a sense of when to shoot it.
Here's Finney-Smith, covered by LeBron. Count the basket. And now it's 27 points for Luka Doncic.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Greg, to me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Porzingis against McGee. Poked away, and it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
Well, you look at Porzingis. He's not quite there, but he's very close to his spot in the starting lineup for the West.
And to have the great season he's having and still not crack the top 5, that just tells you a lot about how terrific some of the other Western Conference players have been.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. Doesn't matter, just make shots.
Over to the wing. Back to Rondo. From deep. Doesn't go for him. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Finney-Smith passes to Brunson. Here's Finney-Smith. It's good from long range. And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a 3, he might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum-building 3. Like, get in transition and run, baby.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, they've had less success when they allow the defense to get set. That's why they want to keep pushing the pace.
And Porzingis, here we go. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
See, I'm not going to fault the defensive effort there. That is just Kristaps Porzingis being a tough matchup for anyone on the floor. Well known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're in front by 8. 1:37 left in the 4th quarter. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. Takes a 3, connects from 3-point range. Finney-Smith's got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for the Mavs. From deep, Porzingis with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 11.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Dallas.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last two games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Hands of the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
Hey, Che, your shoe guy and his girlfriend are here, and she's apparently like the president of your fan club, and I guess he's shy now because he wants me to introduce you to her, so here I am. Great, they're inside. Come on in.
Yo, Che. What's up? I want you to meet Chris. All right, he trains a lot of our guys in the offseason.
Oh, I know Chris, man. I follow you on Instagram. What's up?
Big fan of your game, Che.
For real?
Yeah, gotta respect someone that stands up for what's right.
Hey, I appreciate that, man.
So look, if you ever want to get in the gym, just hit me up. We can get to work.
For sure.
You got a lot of trust in Chris, all right? Use him. He's a good resource.
Will do, man. I'll take you up on that.
Appreciate the trust, Coach.
All right, guys.
I love it. Bombs away, baby. Give me those three. Okay, I hear you.
This week, it's a 2K TV interactive special. We talked to NBA 2K League prospect Dirk.
Any commentator, coach, whoever it is, they wish that they could play professionally at some point.
Chris and I drafted our all-star teams.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man.
And we have your top plays.
Welcome to another fun-filled NBA 2K TV interactive special,
where we ask you the questions, and if you answer correctly, you earn VC. Cha-ching. First up, let's talk about us. When did Chris Manning and Alexis Morgan announce themselves? It's weird to talk about us in third person, but when did we announce ourselves as as the new host of NBA 2K TV.
Was it the My Team Unlimited Tournament 2019, NBA Xmas 2018, New Year's Special 2018, or the All-Star Weekend in 2019?
Getting wild now. They look like they're from outer space.
Welcome to NBA 2K TV. I'm your host, Chris Manning.
And I'm Alexis Morgan. If you answered NBA All-Star Weekend 2019, you are right, which means we are approaching our 1-year anniversary. Woo-hoo. Happy anniversary
Happy
to
anniversary
us. I can't
to
believe
us. We'll see you guys next week from the 2K TV studio. Next up, where was the first ever NBA All-Star game played?
Was it A, Los Angeles, B, New York, C, Boston, or D, Chicago? This is a good question.
It is a good question. I don't think a lot of you know this.
I didn't know either until you told me.
Until I looked it up and found out.
Here's a hint. It's the arch nemesis of Chris Manning's favorite team. Da-da-da-da-da. You should get it now. Moving on to the next question. The 2020 NBA All-Star Game will be held in Chicago. How many previous times has Chicago hosted the All-Star Game?
Was it 1, 2, 3, or 4? How many All-Star appearances did Kobe Bryant make during his playing career?
Was it 17, 18, 19, or 20?
Seriously amazing to look back at that.
I know, there's so many. I was
So many.
amazed at those numbers.
Yeah, and he's won the most All-Star MVPs.
How many All-Star appearances did Michael Jordan make?
Was it 15, 14, 17, or 19?
I don't know this one either, man. I stink at trivia.
You gotta know. It's MJ.
Got 0 VC so far.
You didn't get it right?
Mm-mm.
They didn't either. Just know your trivia. Anthony Davis set the single-game scoring record in the NBA All-Star Game in 2017 with how many points?
Was it 40, 48, 52, or 55?
That's a whole lot of points.
It is a lot of points. It's way more points than I thought
That's
it
how
would be.
many points they try to score through my player when they get in the All-Star Game. If they get in the All-Star Game. Try to go for that, 48 plus. I see you. Y'all don't pass. You know what? Here in NBA 2K20, we have some All-Stars of our own. Time to congratulate the latest NBA 2K20 legends.
And if you're aiming to reach legend status, you can rack up some serious rep at these upcoming neighborhood events. Good luck, and maybe we'll see you on the Legends podium in an upcoming episode.
Yes, sir.
The NBA 2K League Season 3 draft is coming up. Which franchise is new to the league this year? Is it Hawks Talon GC, Hornets Venom GT, Gen G Tigers, or Nets GC? Now, there are technically 2 answers that are correct in this
Why are you question them?
I know, I'm sorry, but this is easier VC for you, so I'm looking out for the community.
That's true. 2 new teams this season. Which are they? And in anticipation of the draft, we recently caught up with a Season 3 prospect, and he's no stranger to the 2K League.
We got it all figured out. We should have smooth sailing the rest of the way. We hope. Tonight there was a different energy. It felt like there was just something in the atmosphere that made this so special.
If you've been following the NBA 2K League, you have heard his voice, and now he is in the draft pool to become a pro himself. Dirk, welcome to 2K TV.
Appreciate it, Chris. For me, it's been a dream to be on 2K TV. I know I've had some snippets here and there from the 2K League, but it's good to sit here. It's an absolute pleasure.
Usually you see pro players go into commentary after their playing days are done. You were a commentator that is now going to be a pro player. What went into that decision?
Obviously, it was a big risk, right? You're kind of turning away something that's guaranteed and something that I've done since 2013. So I started when I was in high school, and it was always a dream of mine. breadwinner knocks it down. Has actually shot great from the corner here in this final series. Also a dream, I think, for any commentator, coach, whoever it is. They wish that they could play professionally at some point. My mind's been a sponge watching the best players the past 2 seasons. So season 3 was a time where I was like, you know, let's take this risk.
With the 6th overall pick.
When Brendan calls my name, that's when it's going to be like, okay, you're a player now. It's like, you're not a commentator anymore.
You're one of the most knowledgeable people when it comes to the 2K League. How do you think that knowledge is going to convert over into your playing career?
I mean, I think it's going to be great because, like you said, I've watched all these guys. I know so many of their tendencies, how they are, you know, personality-wise, on or off the floor. So that's something I feel like that's going to give me a huge advantage, whether I become a starter for a team or I could be the ultimate six-man, you know, coming up with coaching strategies and helping out with some scouting here or there.
For those that haven't watched you play NBA 2K or didn't watch you through the draft process, what kind of player and position do you like to play?
So for me, I'm primarily a center. This is something I've played, go back to NBA 2K10, always going with the big guy down low. So I flip-flop center my main position, and then it can also play power forward at a high level. So I kind of bounce around really whatever team I'm on. You know, if a team needs me to play center, I'll play center. If they need me to play power forward, then I'll play power forward as well.
So when you're playing that big position, what do you prefer, being a stretch big, or do you like being a big presence inside the paint?
I kind of go with both. Combine inside, but when I'm playing prime competitively, maybe even in the league too, you're probably going to be on a popper or the inside.
What have you been doing to prepare for the season? Obviously, you went through the combine process, and now you're in the draft pool. What are you doing in terms of playing 2K to get ready for the season 3?
Well, it used to be when I would commentate, I would always study that game, make sure I master all like the little movements and stuff. You want to get the animations down, you know, what triggers certain things, playing pickup games, playing in tournaments, you know, hooping with some guys in the park, the rec center. It's all about having fun too. I mean, I wouldn't be putting all these hours in to try to study the game if I wasn't enjoying what I was playing.
Last year, we saw Bear to Beast be very motivated by being selected number 11 in the draft. It felt like a lot of people passed him up. You gonna have that motivation on your shoulder, or it doesn't really matter where you end up in the draft?
Yeah, I definitely feel one of the biggest things about being a commentator trying to play is always that narrative that you're a commentator first. That's why you could never play. But yeah, it's definitely going to be motivating, especially, you know, if you feel like you are better than someone, they get taken before you, and you're just going to look at that team the rest of the year and kind of be like, I'm marking you on my calendar. I'm ready to play you.
Well, I think it's great that you made that decision. I think a lot of the community can get behind you. And it also says that you can follow your dreams in different ways, man. I appreciated what you brought to the 2K League in the first 2 seasons as a commentator. And now I'm going to look forward to seeing you out there on the court.
I appreciate it. That's the whole point. You said what fuels it. It's take a leap, do something that maybe you didn't think you could do. You know, there's a lot of people who worked really good jobs before the league, came to the league just to follow a dream, and I'm one of those people. I could have been back commentating season 3, but I decided to take a different path, so I'm happy for it. And again, thank you so much for having me on.
Absolutely, man. Best of luck in the draft, and we'll be keeping an eye out. Yesterday, the NBA 2K League announced that the Season 3 draft is on Saturday, February 22nd at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune in to the NBA 2K League channel on Twitch or YouTube to find out who will go pro. On Thursday the 13th, we will find out who will take home the grand prize in the finals of the My Team Unlimited $250,000 tournament. Jomar and the Class Guy have defeated the competition to represent their platforms, and on Thursday at All-Star Weekend in Chicago, our second My Team Unlimited tournament champion will be crowned. And you can catch all of the action of this best-of-3 series by watching the live stream. For all the latest, be sure to check out at NBA2K_MyTeam on Twitter, and tune in Thursday to watch the best My Team players in the world battle it out for that $250,000.
This is the 2KMC, and I am fired up because it's time for your top game-winning plays. You submitted your favorite finishes, and now it's time to choose the best.
What do you want?
Let's kick things off with legendary status in the playground. Goes to work down low and throws it down on not just one defender, but 2 defenders. Grab some thumbtacks, folks, because that was a poster. You thought he'd be way down by that backpack? Nope. Up next, let's go to Relic 2K in the 2K League Combine. After the opponent hits back-to-back 3, comes through with the sweet turnaround bucket, gets it off just before the buzzer. That's what I call a photo finish. And really weak defense. Moving on to Ant Rispoli 1208 in the playground. Inhales the ball on the block and exhales on the alley-oop flush. Coast-to-coast game winner? Sign me up. Lastly, we have Dondi Lavish in Pro-Am play. Down by 2, but they're thinking 3 as they step back from the defender and cash in from deep. Now vote for your favorite game winner. And if you want your highlights to be featured in an episode, then submit them to social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. This is a 2KMC, and I'll be back next. No, that's not true. I never leave. I literally never left here. I'm the 2KMC, and I will always be here.
Before we let you go this week, the All-Stars have been picked for the 2020 All-Star Game, so I thought maybe it's time for you and I to pick our own All-Star team and let them go up against each other for, 2K TV supremacy and all that great stuff.
I love that. We did it a little last year. I think we all know how that went down. I think we need to run it back. Let's cut to the tape.
Wow, yeah, no!
There you go, Shaq. Score the ball.
How many times are we going to let him get the rebound? Please, just go in.
I can't even be mad at that, really.
The crowd goes,
All right, let's see what we can do.
Shout out to everybody that picked LG2K's team. And we're going, peace out.
Yes, you beat me. Thank you for reminding me. And this will be different, though, because we're going to draft some good teams. We're going to start with the All-Star starters, and then I'll get into the reserves. So,
okay.
With the number 1 pick,
I select Giannis Antetokounmpo.
All right. I quickly select LeBron James.
I am going Luka Doncic. I love him. He's been great for the Mavs this season.
Unbelievable.
He's been on a tear.
I have to go with my boy Trae Young. Just seeing how excited he was to be an all-star, I feel like he's the best guard to put right back out there against Luka.
Then I'm going to go Anthony Davis. That's an all-star squad.
I'm really upset you stole my boy. But I'm going to go with Kawhi Leonard. So I'm going to take
that was my
one
pick.
of the best players in the game right now, obviously defending champion. With the Los Angeles Clippers, we're going to give them a pass because this is the All-Star game, baby.
Right. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I am going to go with the shooter, James Harden.
Okay, good pick. I'm going to counter with...
Got you.
I'm going to counter with Joel Embiid.
Then my last pick is Pascal Siakam.
All right, so I'm going to also pick up Kemba Walker. So now I have a nice little lineup there. I'm a little worried about AD.
Yeah, I think you're the better
Siakam.
defensive team, but my offensive team is amazing.
So, on to the reserves.
I'm going to allow you to go first since I just killed you on the starters.
All right, for reserves, Brandon Ingram. I'm going to take Brandon Ingram. I like the scoring. I like the versatility.
Ben Simmons. Great first pick on my part.
Jokic.
Underrated pick, Domantas Sabonis.
I love that pick. Damian Lillard.
Jason Tatum.
I'm going to go with Jimmy Butler.
Then Chris Paul.
Donovan Mitchell.
Kyle Lowry.
I'm going to go with Chris Middleton.
Russell Westbrook.
Last pick, and that is Bam from the Heat.
For my last pick, Rudy Gobert. I'm going to win this thing once again, and it's just going to be sad for you.
No vengeance, no mercy. We're going to let them do their thing in 2K. Team Alexis versus Team Chris. Let us know on social media which ones you think are going to win.
We're going to run the simulation next week. That's going to be very exciting. Make sure you stay tuned, and we'll see you then.